So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. The Thompson Police Department was dispatched at approximately 12:52 a.m. to main event located at 205 Park Lane in reference to 3 male subjects wounded by weapon fire. One victim, 18-year-old Akeem Ellison of Manchester, was pronounced deceased upon regional medical center arrival. A second victim, 17-year-old Elijah Wright, also of Manchester, was airlifted to an undisclosed location for medical treatment. The third victim, an unidentified 15-year-old Thomaston, was also transported to the undisclosed location for medical treatment. TPD Chief Mike Richardson confirmed one of the surviving victims remains hospitalized as of Saturday afternoon. Authorities state that the shooting occurred at a graduation party with at least 200 people in attendance, including many juveniles. Officials state that the shooting resulted from an altercation inside of the event center. The main reason I'm highlighting this is because when I look online, when this story first came out, I see a whole bunch of people that, are Caucasian in nature, and they seemingly want to all post this story as if to try to put a spotlight on it, right? Now, the main thing that I've noticed is that when it dealt with everything that, happened in Buffalo, right? Nobody was really trying to put out any stories. Nobody was really trying to highlight any stories, especially if you know the names of the individuals who are directly involved, right? They just put it directly under the radar, yada, 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 right? So then some time goes by, and then we have what happened in Texas, right? So you roughly have, two individuals who roughly look similar in complexion, right? So then after the Texas incident takes place, now people are like, oh, look at this, look what just happened in this community here. This is another mass incident right here that just I'm like, realistically, y'all never cared. You're only caring due to the fact that it was getting to that 3 strikes and you're out type of terminology, and you wanted to basically switch it up and be like, all right, well, we had this here, we had this here, oh, look at this. I think I think we got the blacks here. I think we got the blacks. We really have to sit up and highlight this. This is further proof of why it is that we need to have stronger laws when it deals with weapons and who it is that's able to get them and different things in that nature, yada, 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 right? And the main thing that I try to make people understand, right, is the fact that you can have all of the types of laws, right, that you can have when it deals with the reforms and everything like that. But if criminals realistically want to get their hands on something, they're going to get their hands on something. Case in point, how has the war on drugs been going? To my knowledge, it looks like it's been not going so great, right? They had this magical war on drugs, and then that war on drugs, when it dealt with black people, now when it became to the Caucasian side of things, it became a crisis in America. And you know what happens when they have a crisis? That means that instead of playing, offense, we're going to be very defensive about this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take care of those individuals. We're going to make sure to shield them from any type of criticism. We're going to make sure to protect them and get them the help that they need. We're going to create funding. We're going to have classes. We're going to have alternative ways for them, in order for them to get off of these narcotics that, are taking a lot of lives, right? But mind you, when it's the war on drugs, they're all on the offense. They're trying to snuff out and take out anyone and anybody that's potentially related to this in or around the situation, even if it means your kids. That's exactly what they're going to sit up there and do. They're going to take every piece off the board. But when it deals with their own people, they switch up their tune. So this is case in point, which you are clearly seeing at this moment in time. You're clearly seeing them basically switch the whole thing, right? So you have some people originally that didn't want to say nothing about the Buffalo incident. They didn't want to say nothing. They were like, oh, he did I ain't even see this that happened. Wow, right? They didn't really want to sit up there and say anything. They didn't really want to entertain that story, right? But then once it went to Texas, then you saw people wanting to enter. Like, was this person illegal? Was he even supposed to be here? You have somebody with these weapons, and then somebody who we don't even know is actually supposed to be here. And then this is what they do to our kids. This is what they do to American kids, right? Now they got all the mouth in the world, right? So now when it moves to this incident, and I'm assuming by looking at the names that, these are black individuals, right? And this happened at a graduation amongst 150 to 200 people, right? So now they want to try to posterize this, and now they want to try to push this this narrative is like, yo, this is facts that we need to sit up there and get these laws passed, as if you actually care about what takes place in black communities or in and around black people. You don't. Like I said before, it's being pushed and it's being used only for political means, right? And then they're going to further try to use that to encompass everybody. It's like, see, it's not just happening to one community; it's happening to all communities, right? And I'm not even going to get into the comments that I've seen from other individuals of other communities when it deals with um, events that take place in the black community. I'm not even going to get into those comments. Maybe one day I'll just so happen to do a video on those one day, but I'll probably save that for a little bit later. But like I said before, my whole main thing is black people pay attention, be aware. Um, this is what they're going to try to do, and also on top of that fact, I want to make this pretty much known. In a variety of states, you have groups out there that do talk to the community or try as much as possible, right, to talk to the community. A lot of them are grassroots, a lot of them are small with only like a few people. You have social media presence as well. You got Facebook groups, YouTube pages. You have a variety of different forms of media which people in the black community use to try to put a footprint out there, to try to make some noise, to try to get the voices heard when it deals with a lot of the violence that takes place within the black community or in or around the black community. So I don't want people to get confused as to make it seem as though that I just wanted to specifically talk about this just because of one reason. Nah, I wanted to highlight quite a few things, which I did, especially at the end when dealing with this, because a lot of people want to make it seem as though that black people or the black community realistically doesn't care. It's not that the black community doesn't care. It's the fact that the black community has more than any other groups out here in this world. We have a field of things that we have to be concerned about. So it's like for us, our everything that we have to care about at this moment in time is spread pretty thin. A lot of people don't understand that because that's not the way that they were brought up, and that's not their current situation dealing with their community. A lot of communities out here only have a few things, a handful of things. Black people literally have 100+ things to deal with when it comes to survival, when it comes to life, when it comes to the community, and so on and so on and so on.